Welcome to Kiwis and Aussie podcast that's trying to help Kiwis navigate their new life in Australia. In each episode, we will share experiences, explore essential tips. I'm your host, Jasmeet, it's like the music jazz, and you meet over it, who's made the leap across the ditch and provide expert advice to make sure that your transition is as smooth as humanly possible. Let's embark on this exciting journey together. I wish you the absolute best. See you on the other side.
Let's freaking go. Good evening, my friend Bob. How are you?
Hey, good evening. I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm freaking amazing, man. I'm freaking amazing. Welcome to episode number 3. Welcome back to Kiwis and Aussie, the podcast that's going to help New Zealanders navigate their new life in Australia. I'm your host, Jasmeet, and Bob is with me. In today's episode, we will be discussing on how to arrange moving. It's a lot of headache when you don't get it right. So that's what we're going to be covering today. And I'm going to take you through the top 3 reasons, okay, you can actually make your life extremely, extremely easy if you do this right, if you plan this right. So why is it important to choose the right moving services? You know, obviously there's a lot of horror stories that we've seen on the group, you know, people choosing the wrong company and then they had to suffer. So you don't want that stress going to your mind apart from like 1,000 different things. Also, you want to make sure that, you know, your stuff is safe and secure and can get to Australia in time. The last one is obviously efficiency, which is obviously the time that we have to make sure that we are getting right. Bob, what's happening, my friend?
Yeah,
New setup?
I'm just wearing All Blacks hat and the full gear today just to congratulate.
Just to make sure, hey?
Yeah, just to congratulate the New Zealand girls team. They won the gold medal for New Zealand. So even
Fantastic.
I'm in Melbourne, Australia, my heart is with New Zealand. So
we always going to be, irrespective of the fact, man, we always going to be New Zealand first.
Yeah.
And New Zealand is, you know, we've gotten everything from. So, all right, guys. So quickly, what we're going to do is I'm going to take you through the steps, which I think is going to add some value to your life. Bob's going to take you a few, and I'm going to start with the first one. Start early. So, you know, what I always suggest is, as soon as you know that you're going to move, put a date to it. Okay, but start early and start really going out, which is the next point. Get quotes from multiple companies. My way of doing is I get 3 quotes for pretty much everything. This is how I've done stuff. It gives you 3 different perspectives, but at the same time, you do want to make sure that you're covering all aspects of, and you learn a lot when you get 3 quotes. I do want to give a shout out to Brother Brown. He is one of the active members on the group. He does help a lot of people, and obviously he shares a lot of details on the group as well with you guys, just to make sure that you are able to do it. The third point, which is check reviews and references. You know, Braza is definitely one of those that we recommend. He's done work within the group and is doing really well. And obviously he adds a lot of stuff to the group, a lot of information, and puts in a lot of time as well. So I think he's definitely one of the guys to do it. But the other 2 companies, this is just my suggestion. You don't have to take it, but in my opinion, get 3 quotes, but check their reviews and references as well. Bob.
Yeah, look, also I want to add, for when you're looking at your, companies for moving stuff over to Australia, there are companies who does the whole setup, like a full house, and there are some companies who can just do like a small cube. So there's a company called 7 Seas. We are not trying to recommend any company here, but if you don't want to bring everything over, you can just get us. There's a small cube with 7 Seas and move your important essential stuff, and then just get new stuff here or whatever you want to do. And I will highly recommend. Even I just want to touch base on the pets as well. People wanting to bring pets over. Same thing what Jasmeet referred before. Get 3 quotes, and sometimes you'll find a big price difference, but also look at the reviews as well. It's very easy to bring pets here to Australia as long as they are not one of those breeds that are dangerous. You can bring them over even in the same flight. So I bought my pet when I came over, and my dog came in the same flight from Auckland to Melbourne, and the transition was really smooth. Just we have to wait like a couple of hours at the airport, and we got him out in the took him with us at when we went home. So that journey was quite smooth. Back to you.
Yeah, you mentioned on you've touched on a very good point. Most of the people think that they have to get the whole container, or they have to hire the whole container. No, that's not true. You can really do. We only really had one pallet. That's it.
Yeah.
Because I did not want to take a lot of stuff to Australia, because I've done the numbers. I've seen pretty much everything. The numbers just don't add up. Either it's a car, it's a motorbike, or it's a furniture that you're trying to bring over. I've done some numbers, like thrice. It just doesn't add up unless you've got some emotions attached to your furniture or your car. If it's one of the I would say amazing cars that you're very attached to, or something that you can't buy it here, I don't think so. It's worth doing it at all. And same with the motorbike as well. So I did the numbers for my motorbike too. The numbers just did not add up. The amount of GST and the extra charges that you pay when we come here, it just doesn't add up. Sorry, Bob, you were saying something.
Just on the time frame as well, right? So one thing when you're deciding these things, you wanna check is the time frame, right? I think minimum it would take 6 weeks.
Yes.
But then it can take a couple of months easily.
Couple of months, and I've seen some taking longer as well.
Yeah, so if you're bringing all of your furniture, for example, then it's like, a couple of months. What are you going to do here? You still have to buy stuff here.
Correct.
For living, or you have to use a fully furnished property. So it's a bit of a hassle. But yeah, again, depends upon your personal situation. But what I've seen a lot of people doing these days, they just bring a small cube of their really essential
Correct.
stuff and then just get cracking into here.
So you obviously covered the number 4, which was understand the services offered. Number 5 is insurance coverage. Look, get the appropriate insurance coverage based on whatever stuff it is. It's not expensive, but I absolutely think it's worth having an insurance coverage for sure, Bob.
Yeah, so I think insurance is quite important. I've come across some people here that when the stuff got delivered, their stuff got damaged. So highly recommend to get an insurance cover when you're moving anything. And then also create your inventory as well. Make a detailed inventory list of all items that you're bringing over. That's a big help. So you can track your things and you have everything. You don't get things going missing while your big move to Australia.
One thing that I do want to add, create an inventory, is absolutely true. So what I did is I had wrapped up all the boxes with the black wrap. And what we did then, we used the color combination of a sticky note, and we then just have a sellotape on it, or like a clear tape on it, just to make sure, okay, this is living room, this is kitchen, this is garage. So we had a color combination for pretty much all the rooms that we had the stuff from. So I think it'll probably really help you with that. So make a list of it, and also put in boxes. So with the way that I did it, so for example, let's just say if it's kitchen stuff, I would put a number. Hey, this is kitchen number 1 box, kitchen number 2 box, kitchen number 3. And at the same time, you can take photos. That's what I did. I took some photos before I packed them, just to make sure that you know where the stuff is, because you're going to forget things for sure when you're trying to open it, because it will probably be around a couple of months, and you may not remember pretty much everything. Plan for special items. So if you have special items, again, like pianos, valuable collection, just make sure that you let the professionals do the job. I think they should be the one advising you what to do for that about it. Bob.
Yeah, and I think you've already touched base, right? Packing is very important. I will say, try to pack it smart. so that you have record of all your stuff, and the essential items, wrap it with the heaps of bubble wrap, especially the fragile items, so they don't break, because
Correct.
it can get damaged. And also prepare for your moving day. Confirm all the details with the moving company, and make sure you're all ready for the day. All the items are ready to go in the boxes, and then it becomes a lot more stress-free procedure.
Yeah, look, touching on that again, just quickly, tips for smooth move will be, communicate clearly with the moving company, what your expectations, and also have a very clear mindset very clear understanding of when the stuff is going to get delivered. Speak to them, have a clear chat. Hey, this is what we want. This is what we're thinking. Again, stay organized, get your stuff, documents, and essential things packed up with you. Don't put your important stuff in the container, or if you've got a pallet or if you've got boxes, make sure all the documents are with you. That is the most important thing. The last episode that we did was actually on having the essential documents with you. That would obviously smoothen up your move for sure. Last, which is be present. I know we are excited. I know we want to go to that new journey, but at the same time, that's the time that we actually tend to make mistakes as well as human beings. So just be present on the day and have a very clear understanding, and probably write it down what needs to go where, what am I doing, what stuff are we keeping on. So have a clear understanding of that too. Bob, anything else you want to add for the tips?
No, that's pretty much it. I think we covered. But look, I just want to say, we are here to help. Me and Jasmeet, Bob and Jasmeet, we are the guys on the ground here in Australia. If you need any advice, if you need help, we are more than welcome to jump on a call and give you any advice, because we've gone through it. We have helped several people in this journey, and we are more than happy to help you in this journey as well. So if you need anything, just reach out.
Yeah, so look, conclusion, arranging moving services, it can be daunting, but again, plan, have the right approach, have the clear mindset, organize, and do whatever we just quickly suggested, and Bob and I have just quickly suggested. In the next episode, we are going to be focusing on organizing the pet relocation. Look, I understand that we've covered something briefly, but it is, ensuring that your pet get relocated smoothly and nicely. There's some more tips that we might be able to share it for you next episode, so that will be next week. Thank you so much for tuning in. Again, any questions, feel free to reach out to Kiwi in Aussie podcast, and don't forget to subscribe to our podcast and leave a review. Thank you so much. Happy moving. Until next time. Fantastic, my friend. You take care. We'll see you next week.